I'm here with Brad Marr from Massive, of course, and long-time Melbourne music industry guy. It's been around for a long time.
A long time?
Yeah, everywhere.
Seen it all, he's survived.
Seen it all. And I'm talking to Brad about I want to talk to Brad about the Australian music industry and what's going on. Because this guy has been around for a long time, done it all, seen it all, played it all, and whatever. So he's got some ideas and knowledge.
Is that?
Now, you've been living in Germany for 3 years now, correct? 3 years?
On and off. I've been there for a year and a half, and I was there and lived there, and then came back for a little bit and did all the little bits.
Yeah.
But I've been renting for a while now.
Yeah. Explain to the people out there how different the European scene is to the Australian scene.
Oh, well, it's obviously better for the simple fact there's more people. Just because of that, there's more cities and more opportunity. The mentality is by far so much better.
Yeah.
The idea of giving people a go. These are Australian things. Giving bands a fair go and checking it out and. Yeah, you should learn, mate. You should do that.
No, sorry.
The old, going out and supporting something is what Australia is known for. But it's over there, people actually do that instead of talking about it. You if you're a good band, you get recognition over there.
Right. Whereas here, it's a little bit different.
Well, if you're a good band and you're not on one of those radio stations, or you're not in the back pocket of somebody with money,
yes,
you're not recognised here.
Okay.
So the difference is talent succeeds over there instead of just whoever's handpicked out to be the next band to get a push.
Right.
That's the difference.
Okay. There are many Aussie bands that seem to be starting to realise that they need to get overseas, right, to get anywhere. What advice would you give a lot of these bands on how to do it, how to start and how to make it work? Because you've done it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and like right now I'm trying to get more Aussie bands over there and help them out. So the advice to them is simple, like have an album ready, don't release it and yourself and hope that your 25 best mates will buy it. Don't do that. Record a video clip, have a whole package ready to go, and then shop for a label and shop for a manager and shop for an agent or get a team behind you over there, because it's still hard. You can't just rock up at the door and hope that everyone likes you, because it's a long way to nowhere of playing empty rooms.
Yeah.
But there's still empty rooms over there as well. What I say to bands is have a product and use that to sell yourself over there and spend money. Spend big money. You're going to lose money on a tour anyway over there in your first one. Spend money on PR and spend money on advertising. And if you're launching yourself in another country, launch yourself big, and that snowballs. If you come in soft and just play a couple of gigs to empty rooms, the next time you come back, you'll still be doing the same thing. But if you come in and throw down hard and have this big push behind you, the PR over there is gold, because there is so many radio stations that do play new music, and there is so many magazines that will print your article and review your CD or your show. So you fund PR, you do a bit of advertising, and you have a new product that isn't 2 years old, and make it an album. Don't be scared to do an album. Albums are real, and a video clip as well. And if you go all at once, you seem like a bigger deal.
Right.
And if you seem like a bigger deal, then you are a bigger deal. Perception is reality.
So you need some money behind you, really, to do it properly.
It's the same with everything. If you invest in something, you get results.
Because it's a business.
It's a business, exactly. And as I said, like, the more you throw at it over there, the more shit sticks. Here, the more you throw at it, it's a guessing game.
Yeah.
You throw $10,000 on a PR campaign here and come in with nothing.
Yeah.
Over there, you'll get results every time.
Okay, that's good. Now, you and I have had some good chats and agreements and disagreements over the last...
Friendly disagreements.
Yeah, of course. Over the last year or so, yeah.
Friendly punching fights.
Yes. 3
Love you, man. Love you.
Brad. No. And we've talked about especially the scene in Australia.
Yeah.
I want to know from you, and this is a pretty wide-rimmed question, but what is wrong in Australia? And how do we go about fixing it? Is there a way?
Yeah, well, the mentality's wrong. And there's rock fans, but, I say this, rock's not dead because you know, the Screaming Jets and Jimmy Barnes and the Angels fill rooms still.
Yeah.
There's 700 fans watching the Screaming Jets one night, and there'll be 30 fans watching a brand new band who, okay, they don't have a hit like Better, but they might be equally as good and equally as talented, playing to nobody because, well, they mustn't be cool because they're not on the radio. So the mentality over here is wrong. How do you fix that? You can't fix that overnight. It's a slow thing. I think the whole festival scene where those classic rock festivals, they're just money making machines. They don't care about music at all. You know, when Jimmy Barnes and you know, Joan Jett and all those people retire for good,
who's gonna?
Well, they'll just fight. They'll probably start doing hip hop shows. They're not going to care about rock music. They're going to care about money. So, yeah, they're just going to put, you know, DMAs and the presets on and stuff like that. So rock and roll to survive in Australia needs a mentality change from the top to the bottom. From radio and corporate all the way to the bottom. You know, people have to want to watch new bands, and the people that do watch. The problem is the people that watch your show and the people that go and watch rock bands aren't the problem. And they can't do any more than keep doing what they're doing. It's the people that, you know, go to work and love rock and roll. You know, I love the Angels, but I'm not coming to watch your band because I don't know any of your songs.
Well, you actually told me an interesting story downstairs before about the guy you were playing a gig in, where was it?
Harvey Bay, Bay.
And what the guy said, what cover songs are you playing or whatever, and you said you're an original band.
And he walked straight out.
And he walked out.
And that gig, you know, the funny thing about Harvey Bay is that wouldn't be on our tour. Like, you know, it's a coastal town, you know, 3 hours north of Brisbane. But we got asked back there because we've toured with the Jets there a few times, and people actually kept requesting at the venue for us to play, and the venue finally messaged us and said, look, we keep getting requests for you to play. Can you play? Can you do a cover set? And we said, no, we can do an original set if you want us to play. Like, oh, all right, yeah, okay, fine, you can do your originals. We rock up.
I mean,
we set up in the front bar, which is definitely set up for covers. Like, that's fine. Like, it's definitely a bistro sort of thing. There's a stage, there's a lighting rig. We'll make it work. You know, and we rock up and there's probably 100 people there to start. And there's a core fan group there. Like, there's probably the front 5 rows, 6 rows are all there to see us. They're all wearing our shirts, and everyone behind, including that fellow, just decided to walk out before we even started. Left because I'm not watching an original band. God, you could just see people like after the first song, they're like, don't know that one, and then slowly people just started leaving, and like the commercial radio station there was there to cover it because the venue actually put in a bit of money for promotion.
Right.
They come up afterwards and like, yeah, great show, and I didn't know they were a commercial radio station. I just told them, yeah, it sucks when you come to a gig and you play music that's good enough for Europe to love, but, you know, not good enough for Harvey Bay to even listen to you. Like, it's crap. Like, people couldn't care less that, all right, maybe I think we're good. Maybe they didn't think we were good, but most of them didn't even give us a chance. They just walked out.
And that's the issue. Yeah. That's a major issue.
How un-Australian? Give a fair go.
Well, yes. What? Very true. So, I was going to ask you, in regards to the role of the media in this, how does the media, in your opinion, sort of help to change things and turn that circle? Yeah, well,
people listen to the radio. Yes. Most people get their music from the radio, or from TV, or from corporate media.
Yes.
That's the reality of it, and what they play is what gets big. I don't think they give enough chance to new bands. You know, I'm not telling them to change their structure and not play classics, but the fact that there is so little opportunity for bands, and they don't even listen to the music. They go, all right, you're not on a big label, then we can't play you.
So it's all dollars.
It's all corporate stuff. And radio pluggers, if I paid money for a radio plugger today, if you paid money for a radio plugger as an unsigned artist, you got 10% chance of them even listening, even though you paid a radio plugger to deliver the CD.
Wow.
Whereas if you're on a major label and you pay the same radio plugger to deliver the same CD to the same person, there's a 100% chance they'll listen to it. And that's just crap. That's not what happens overseas. And that's an Australian thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an American thing, but it's definitely an Australian thing, unique outside of Europe.
It's Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Okay, right. So you've been back here for, I don't know, a couple of months over Christmas, right? And you're always in contact with all of us in here, right? So is there anything that you think is good about the Aussie scene right now? Is it what do you see? What do you think?
There's bands and there's pubs and there's punters. It's not a bad scene. It's just too small. It's just the scene doesn't have enough backing to be viable for bands, and as I said, there's always new bands coming through. There's lots of new bands and the bands that have been on the scene for a while. Like She-Wolf played our gig in Cherry Bar a month ago or so ago.
Yeah,
they highly impressed me. I couldn't believe how I've seen them years ago, but they're so much better now. And they were good back then, but now they're at a level where they could do something. And there's always bands coming up, and the problem with the band scene is you say to make it, just don't break up. In reality, the rule is if you want to make it, spend some money and get out of here.
That's right.
It's crazy.
That's a sad
the Australian scene is good. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just too small.
Okay. Now I've got two more very quick. If you were starting a band from scratch right now and you had no contacts and no history and no one knew anything about you, how would you go about it? What would you do? How would you approach it?
Here or overseas?
Both. So you're starting here in Melbourne and you're thinking, I want to make it somewhere and I know I've got to get overseas. So how would you do it?
Honestly, if I was a new band, depending on, I would play as much as I could in Melbourne. And get good. Get so good that, to the point where people gave a shit. And there is a point you can get to in Australia and, be great and fill rooms. You're not going to be able to fill 10,000 rooms, 10,000 gap rooms. So play as much as you can to get really good, and then save money and spend money on promoting yourself overseas. That's how I imagine bands should do it now, because Australia is a great place to start. We still have pubs, we still have venues, we still have people like you guys promoting. So there's still a scene. It's just not small. It's too small to be viable. So play as much as you can here. I used to say, don't play so much. Make every show special. But what's the point of making something special if the special is not that good anyway? Because playing 200 people here isn't that exciting anymore. So
would you say that people need jobs as because you need money?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to make it, you got to invest in it. I would say if you wanted to make it on a big scale, if you wanted to make it here, it's different. You want to make it. If you wanted to be an Australian band only, then you have to play only big gigs. Only make each gig special, and don't play on a Wednesday night at the Boogeyman Bar. Even though it's good, I like the Boogeyman Bar. You want to be the band that's filling rooms here. That's the way. But if you want to make it overseas, here's your place to suck and here's your place to get good, and then go overseas when you're ready to rock. Sort of thing.
You need money to do that.
Absolutely. So you need a job.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Give me a bit of an outline around Wrecking Crew Touring, because Wrecking Crew Touring, for those people that don't know, is this guy's touring company, and he's helping Australian bands to get overseas to do tours and stuff. So give us some outline on that, how that works, what you're doing.
It's pretty much just I've used the contacts that I've made through Massive and through the agents we've been on. I've been lucky enough to be handballed a few contact lists and been helped over there. And it's just, we've done well enough to help other bands do what we've done in the past, and it's just my way of trying to get bands that I think, it's not for every band, but bands that I think are good enough to come over and do it. So like I said, if they've got an album ready, if they're willing to spend money on promoting it, and willing to find a people to help, then I can help them get a good tour. And I'm expanding, and I'm starting up a ticketing site, and I'm actually putting on a festival, my own festival this year, over there in Germany. Good. So and all of it is to add to getting more bands over there and helping more Aussie bands, because that's what I'm passionate about. I want to help Aussie bands. As much as it's an income for me over there as well, it's giving me something to do while I'm not touring. It's also, my passion is to help Aussie rock and roll bands. So
So there you go. It's a good thing for young bands that are up and coming to have a look at Wrecking Crew, because he is a very helpful guy, and he will help you if you're good enough. But you've got to be good enough first. That's the thing.
I can't help you get good.
Yeah. So it is there is someone overseas already who's willing to help out Australian bands. So he's a good contact to have, and he's not a bad bloke. He's all right. He goes all right. All right, last question, then I'm going to let you go.
Yeah.
Fatherhood.
Hey,
tell me about Fatherhood, because I've been through it.
You probably hear it all in the background.
We've got a little fella over there making some noise. Colin,
trying to put the muzzle on him, but he won't put it on.
He's all right. How has that changed you? Because I've known you since you were quite a young dude.
Yeah, I've been around.
And now all of a sudden you've got a baby, and it's all happening.
Yeah, me and the missus. Sitting over there with the kid.
Yes.
If you can see the shot of that right now.
How is life in that regard?
He's good, it's different. But it's good. Like it changes you in the sense that you can't fuck up anymore.
That's right.
It's not just you who gets in trouble now if you fuck up. You've got a little kid over there.
That's right.
You got to feed and pay rent for and whatever. He doesn't pay rent yet, believe it or not.
No, not yet.
He's going to start soon and be out on his ass.
Trust me on that.
So yeah, I mean, it just. People say it changes you. Really, for me, it does change me, but it's more now. I don't have a reason to not do everything. I have to do it now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, now I don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Do it, do it or fail.
Yeah. That's right.
It's more. Yeah. It's very focusing.
Wait till you got 2 or 3.
You settle down there.
And you really know.
Don't give her options.
All right. I've got what? 3 each, right?
Yeah.
When did you guys go, all right, enough?
Yeah, after the 3rd. That was it.
After the 3rd?
Yeah.
No,
that was it.
I didn't get a choice.
Yeah, no, that was it. Oh, yes! I love it.
How many you want?
Yes.
2 or 3?
2 or 3.
Yeah, okay. That's about right.
Got some work to do there.
Got some work to do.
I got 3.
I'm resigning. I've had enough.
Fatherhood, good luck with that.
No, that's awesome. I really appreciate you sitting down and talking about that, because I sit on Facebook and rant and rave all the time, as you know.
Yeah.
And I want to try to get people that have actually done it, because I have never toured overseas or done any of that. So I live my life vicariously through people like him, right? And as you know. And so it's really good to have your insight. So I thank you very much for that. And anyone out there in a young band that's watching, this guy's a good guy to contact. And there's heaps of good people out there, but he's one of them.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm always happy to answer any questions for any band. So lots of bands ask what we need to do it, and I say the same things. It's always, I'm happy to tell you what you need. It's not my position to tell you if you're good or not.
Yeah. But what you need.
You need to do, if you think you're good enough to do it, then here's your tools, sort of thing. So yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, man.
No worries.
Really appreciate it.
Cheers, buddy.
Get something to eat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beer.
Goodbye. Go and eat.
Yeah, I need food.
Go and eat. You guys.
I need to see if there's anyone down there.
You got to get it. You got to get it happening. Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. That's awesome. Now I'll leave you alone for the rest of the night.
This is what happens when you play too much rock and roll.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you don't wear protection, people. This happens. Say check 1 2. Check 1 2.
How's beefy, just like.
Oh no, check 1 2.
It says check 1 2. 1 2 sein. 1 2 3 Bier. Ja, ich bin ein Baby.
Ich bin ein Baby.